Janine, how do you mix that with having to inspire people to innovate these days, to allow them to take risks?
Well, I think, first, I totally agree with Kathy. I think nobody has that much time. So you might as well just be direct and be able to move forward or not. But as far as innovation, I think the key to innovation really has to do with collaboration and checking everyone's ego at the door. Because a great idea or great innovation only happens when the magic happens. And that's when people get excited together about something and it turns into something else. So if you have a great idea, you can't hold on to it as it's only yours. It's like having children. You have to kind of let it go and see what it becomes. And that's really where the magic happens. And the success is when a number of people, especially when you work in a corporation where there's bureaucracy, there's a lot, but when a number of people own the idea. So it's not one person or one group of people that are going to, if it doesn't work, feel like they're going to get punished for it. It's when an organization, so the internal cell and the internal collaboration is very important to have ideas and innovation live.
Dusty, you're nodding. I know you encourage your team to take risks and even to make mistakes. Can you talk about that?
Absolutely. Yeah, I think it's so much a part of learning, but more than that, we are in such a changing environment in media relations and communications. And so when I look at my first campaign at Target was Missoni for Target. And so I met with the team and they said, I'd come on board as the head of communications at Target and big team, and they said, this is the way we handle designer collaborations. This is how we announce them. This is the process. And I said, okay, let's start with a white piece of paper and just imagine the possibilities. What if we completely broke the mold? And so we did. We tried things. We started a whisper campaign intentionally, and then we leaked the news. And rather than going to the same outlet that we had gone to over and over again, we took the model and we turned it completely upside down. And I don't have to tell you about the success of Missoni for Target. Hopefully you heard about that partnership. But it was one where we started with a blank sheet of paper. And I think part of that too is being accountable. In the end, had it not worked, I would have been accountable for that. But so would have the rest of the team, because we were all a part of thinking that idea, molding that idea, and then we were all a part of bringing that idea to fruition. And so I'm incredibly proud of the fact that I encourage my team to take risks, and then at the same time, we celebrate failures. I remember the first time in a meeting that I said the word failure. I said, let's talk about our successes and our failures this week. And the team that I called out around a failure came out to me afterward and they said, whoa, we didn't know the word failure was coming. Maybe let's call it opportunities. And I said, we're never gonna get over and be able to embrace that not everything is gonna work if we don't call it a failure. And so I'm really comfortable with saying Target and Neiman Marcus collaboration isn't something that worked. And what did we learn from that? And I think that's key, is just really stopping, pausing to benchmark and make sure that you're holding yourself accountable.